Yeah. So, yeah, how to calm the mind? You tell me.
I'm supposed to tell you.
Hmm. What
Breathe.
what normally people do to calm the mind?
I don't know what people do.
No, like after the 9 to 5, they
Oh,
go to
drink.
they drink some beer
Mm-hmm.
or drink a drink, what you call the shot.
Mm-hmm.
That's one way to chat, temporary. So, what is the nature of the mind? Nature means the root. See, the mind of the 5-year-old is also hungry for a little toy or little milk. Then 50-year-old want more and more. What more? The object, whether it is more house, more money, or more honey. But this mind is quiet and silent in the state of deep sleep, sound sleep. And that sound sleep, it does not know its name and the form. What is the original state of the mind is the no mind. So it derives its energy from the no mind because in the sound sleep it is getting its charge of the battery. Otherwise, it is restless. Yes and no. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, so in becoming better, becoming millionaire, becoming is the rat race, and it drives its nurture in the being, being, being. Being is not mind made, man made, and with effort. What is being? This is being. You cannot step out of it. It's the wholeness, oneness without the two, natural, undivided, and but the culture, the way we live, get so caught up. Entangled into the mind. So mind and money, good as a servant, but bad as a master. Nothing wrong with the mind, but like the thinking process. But when thinking become overthinking, then it turn into anxiety. And anxiety attack. Some people, they have lot of money, but you sit their posture, they're restless. Even with the people restless. Like one billionaire was told by his doctors that you slow down, you slow down your life. What he says to the doctor, yes, I understand it. I understand that I need to slow down, but only death will slow me down. Because it's like addicted. Addicted person knows that early morning is good for good time for breakfast, but he start with the drink because he has become the slave. So is the life in people's life, addiction of the senses. Senses means fragmentary awareness, fragmentation, whether it is music, hearing, or smell, whatever it is, objects, objects, objects drive that quality of awareness. So, why the addicted guy says death will slow me down? Because it's singularity. You cannot double game with the thinking. Thinking always duality. Good, bad, right, wrong. That you cannot say, okay, come next week, I'll be ready for you. Singularity means like you cannot tell Saturday that you wait. This is what is the wholeness, oneness is a happening here and now. Either you celebrate it or you miss it. Life is happening now, but because of our investment into the ego and the thinking, we lose the beauty of life. We are so busy, the right word, entangled into the little toys, little fragments. What the great seer Lao Tzu, he put the word 10,000 things. 10,000 things means 10,000 fragments. Those 10,000 things, they are okay because those are fragments of whom? Of the original awareness. Original awareness. Where you cannot step out of it. You are it. So the seeker seeking the seeker. But at the wrong places, that's what get. Are you with me?
Mm.
You, what you have to say? What you have to say, doctor?
Anji?
What you have to say?
No, very, to calm down, like, as we said, one is the chemical method. That's how I explain. The chemical is the
That is just
The-
forgetfulness.
forget that, yeah.
That's
just
forgetfulness.
the suppression for the time being.
Yeah.
But to bringing yourself calmness, permanent calmness is the technique we have to learn.
The permanent is when you step out of the ego.
Ego, yeah. The ego.
When you step out of the ego, then the word for that is Suddha Chaitanya. Suddha Chaitanya means uncorruptible consciousness. Uncorruptible. And that the original nature. Original nature means the newborn baby, 5-year-old, is not entrapped by the name form. Just can we think without the thoughts? Can we see a flower without the word flower? Can we see the flower without the color? If a child look at the diamond, he see it the same, like no different. Then the adult sees, oh, you get attached. Because all the knowledge, all the brain and the ego get into that. But in the dead body, you put you flowers and the $1,000,000 make no difference. So what is cause this little memory we live out of is only a movie, a time capsule. And we are so entrapped in that. And we lose the heart consciousness. So when this quality of uncorruptible consciousness is awake, the mind can do its dancing only as a drama. Then it is good. So what is the formula? Formula is money, mind, ego, good as a servant, bad as a master. That's all. That's simple. Nothing opposite, nothing wrong with the material, nothing wrong with the money, anything. Nothing wrong with the addiction, wine, as long as it doesn't, like the cancer cells are there. But when the cancer cells dominate the white cells, they take over. They take over a time boundary It's just like the alcoholic addiction. It has gone beyond the limit. Then it has gone. That's how, like, you should be more awake and aware. You travel, you rent out your building and your clinic to some other doctor, and the other doctor says it is mine. It happened in your real life. For you, it's not a movie, it happened actual real life. So, this ego or this is apparently appearance, because after the guy who occupied your building won't be any more after some time, because this house we are sitting right here, it has changed how many names? Lot of names, 100 of. So name and form are like the waves in the ocean. They are always changing. What is unchangeable, which cannot change, even the air we breathe, all the even elements, earth, water, fire, air, even they don't. So what does that die in the body? This word is the stupid word. There is no such thing as death. That birth has one word. It's only transformation, change. But what is the real you? The light that is not even recognized. It cannot recognize your name and form, because it is unadulterable. Like, for an example, the light which is showing the movie does not know the name, and the screen does not know the name and form. It does not even remember. Why? Because it is beyond the changes, unchangeable, but nobody care for the screen. People forget, but that is because of that's acausal, beyond the time, beyond the body and mind. And is it possible? Timeless time. That's when the heart chakra opens. That means living in the world but not of it. You know, like the lotus flower, that is colorless sap. All the flowers, many colors of flowers, but the root is the sap. So that is the psychology, or can explain you the fourth state, transcendental state. Those are just the language, the words can describe it, cannot, because it's unknowable. unknowable yet apparently appearance. What a, that's what divine. You cannot know it. Imagine if human mind knows it, it can put it on sale. And that's what they do. Human mind has sold God or tried to sell God in different packets, different religions. But God says not religion, realization. Realization that this body mind not given to you for happiness. Happiness is even a poor word. Then they put another word, Sanskrit word anandam. Anandam means bliss. That even does not describe it because it has no opposite. Because if you have pleasure, pain is always hidden. Pleasure, pain, loss and gain, name and fame are all the same. What a miracle. Seeker seeking the seeker. What a miracle. Beloved looking for the beloved itself. So, in other words, we have just forgotten the true original. We are just so too busy. Yes, yes, we are too busy. Look, we are here now. Where are my other brothers, sisters, even in the block, even they don't have time. Where is their time? Their time is either earning or thinking about earning or gossiping. That's how. Yes, some people who are well to do, they can do satsang. Satsang means not for a cause, a causal. Celebration is other people come not for a cause, for a purpose, for a mind or a mental act, irrespective of that. Human mind need some time which does not make any sense at all because sense is a real nonsense because it is void. That is the effortless effort. And that's what the quantum physics are coming to, that all the things are coming from nothingness. All the things, THS, things are coming from nothingness. Not coming, they are nothingness. What does it mean? It means all the objects you see, the memory, all that is actually energy, energetic forms. Those are energy. So, actually, what do you see? You see what you are want to see. There is no separate subject and object. It's a linear. What that mean? That means whatever you are observing is the already observed. The observer, observed, observation, all unified wholeness. And what is the proof? Proof is when this little monkey mind is quiet, quiet, quiet in the deep silence, then it does not know even its gender, male or female, or name and form. No birth and death. It's unknown, unknowable, unknown, unknowable. All intoxications can forget unforgetfulness, but it cannot bring you fulfillment. So, whatever the scripture talk, kingdom of God is within you, not only within you, but within you as you. Just only live it or you miss it, live it or miss it, live it or miss it. When you are entrapped in the time capsule, appearing, apparently, and in the memory and thought, because mind has to be in conflict, because it creates action, simultaneously reaction. Then you complete another action, it give birth to another reaction, action, reaction. We are in the chain, action, reaction, action, reaction. The enlightened one also does the action, but without the cause, without the expectation. That they call it niskam karma, means without the thought. And that's the heart action, heartful action. A-causal. What one poet says, Bhajan mera hari kare main paun visram, means you don't need to even chant and pray, because already it's automatic. And it is so true that every morning when we wake up, we don't need to put 1,000 breath in our this lump of meat and body. Otherwise, you need one machine to wake up, you need to one other machine to breath, you need another machine for digestion, you another. It's all automatic. The beloved within you as you. The graciousness is in here now, here now. Why we can't see it? You can't see it. You just see that we are so entangled in the dream of the thinking so heavily, we've forgotten to live. So that means it is so simple to be natural. The heart center, we have put a lock,
Mm-hmm.
We are talking of human mind, not just one or two, because we were talking this morning, the children of the same father, when you go way long in the timeline, Abraham, and then comes, what you call the Arab and the Jews,
Mm-hmm.
father of the same children. So the same, so many stories in the history time, so it's the same description. You changes the name. What is they call the spirit, the Atma, divide it into body mind. That is the two sides of the same coin. But the language and the words confuse because we live out of the memory. Then we are not different than computer. And but time has its own solution too, because one look like the killer, other look like killed, but there is nothing changing. It only appear that way. That's why the Kali Yuga, the time is represented by a wheel. Wheel mean moving. What is moving? The time is moving. What is moving? The mind is moving. When you say, why not rest in the mind? Because that's the nature of the mind, means moving. That's called the mind, moving. Even in the sleep is dreaming, is moving. What is the real nature of the soul, the spirit? Unmovable. Why is not unmovable? Because it cannot. Then there are people who have divided. They think that the soul some inside your limited body. You see how they get befooled? So the revolution of all time is the revolution of all time. Time means this thinking. Nothing need to change because it's unchangeable. This goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And then comes the Kali Yuga and it blows it up. Boom! Then another phase, another phase is the dance of the life. So it's simple and it's very complex at the same time. It depends from which angle. Who is the seer? Who is looking at it? You see? You cannot put in the word. Because if you put it in the word, you make a picture and an idea. It's not in the idea, it's not in the knowledge, it's in the knowledge and unknowledge, knowing and unknowing at the same time. You see? You live it or you miss it. It cannot be captured in the books. You cannot make a sense out of it. It's unknowable, unknowable. Then you are not seeking for immortality because you are it. You are it. You are it. Any sharing? Anything you want to say?
Um, it sounds like you need to just have an awareness of where you're going naturally and not try to intellectualize and guide it. Recognize the path rather than try to seek it.
Yeah. Yeah, let it come naturally. Let the nature guide you rather than.
How is how? How will you find Dr. Lenny?
How will I find him?
How will I
How
find
will I
him?
find myself?
You have not lost it.
Mhm.
You have not lost it. You are it. You have not lost it. So you have not lost it. How can you find a thing which you have not lost? But the mind create a illusion that you are separate. You sometimes the things are too simple. The lamp has its own darkness under it. There is no how, because if you The very wrong question wrong, because how you get again trapped in the time capsule. That's why the masters they beat the student with a tap. Tap means awakening, awakening. Someone dreaming, it become a millionaire or a billionaire, or it's the same. You're winning a lottery in the dream of 1 million is equal to 10 million. Because it's so these prison of languages, words, numbers, man-made, subtler than the subtlest. What that means, the time, time capsule, when you step out of it, your life become a divine tasteful. Even the future medicines will change from fighting and gross to subtler, 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 subtler than the subtlest, because the value would change from body to mind to the spirit, a causal, which is a different domain. Even the computer will change. Computer will change, the supercomputer, more like the Google, the cosmic memory, then we'll find more vertical. That's how the ancient yogis could communicate faster than the Google. So, one method you analyze chemically, technically, mechanically is a real diamond or fake diamond. The other rishis or the Rishi means seeing as it is. Seeing as it is. It has many, many layers of illusion and shining, clarity, and all this. But the real jeweler will see is zircon. How? Why? That is the light. That is the beyond the physical. That's how diagnostics in India, they'll see right away, knows what is going wrong in the body mind mechanism. So it's not the outside objects, the whole cosmos is within you as you. Why don't we see it? Why don't we? No, we are distracted into the external layers, asleep. As long as one refines this body-mind mechanism, it becomes the cosmic ship, cosmic computer as well. Then, seeing without the eyes, listening without the ears. Why and how? Yes, because awareness has no boundaries. It can be enveloped. Enveloped means veil. Veil. Like veil mean the layers. Like we see the onion layers. One layer, another layer, another layer, another layer. Where do you find the onion? There. Layers means veil after veil after veil after curtain after curtain after curtain. Curtain. And that's what a different anatomy, called the word the chakras. Because you cannot capture and layer the awareness, the light. See, that's how the mind can reach to any country in no time. Can reach to Russia, to anywhere. Manas Tattva, mind, and the light, speed of light. Beyond the speed of light, in the mind, and then the soul, you don't need to think, it always is. No coming, no going. No dimensions. Why and how? Because it already is, isness. That's how the awakened one loves it all, whether it is from any religion, no religion, loves it all. All boundaries are gone. Can hand it and okay.